Hi everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Darren Laws from Visa to discuss the landscape of airline payments.
It's a pleasure to be here, thank you.
Thank you for joining me. So firstly, how are expectations evolving when it comes to airline payments?
I think it's the consumer that's driving a lot of that as well. So consumers all about choice, and with that comes security, they're expecting the digitalisation, and then different consumers' expectations change. Some are very much focused on, they want a more personalised experience. So they want to feel like in this instance, the airline, it could be the retailer, they understand that consumer and they want a bit of a personalised experience. Others are very much got sustainability very much at the front of their mind, and they're looking to see how can they interact with those companies that do the carbon offset and have a bit more of a sustainability story to their shopping experience.
Absolutely, and you've given a really great overview of what the customer's looking for. When it comes to the airlines, what are the benefits for airlines when they embrace innovation in this area?
Revenue is always going to be the heart of, what motivates people to look at innovation within the payment flow, and revenue is a really important part of that. I think with a trusted Visa credential, you drive typically higher engagement with the customer, drives higher spend, repeat visits. It goes alongside driving that loyalty towards the airline. I think also it's how you can innovate in that space as well. So how you can take the payment, make it that bit more personalised again, and incorporate it again from a consumer perspective, but to the benefit of the airline. It's that stickiness, the repeat transactions, the higher revenue, but also, we're a safe, secure and highly trusted payment mechanism, and that's important for the airlines. It stops customers dropping out of the purchase path, so they get that higher conversion rate. That's what airlines are looking for, like a frictionless kind of environment for when a customer wants to buy that airline ticket to some fabulous destinations around the world.
That's great. And this event is all about technology and the digital transformation. How are we seeing upcoming technologies changing the future of airline payments?
We're seeing it. I mean, just my experience as I flew into Lisbon a few days ago, it's just looking at the way that payments have become so integrated into the airline experience, not just in that payment of the purchasing of the ticket, but also when you're on the aircraft, that ability to engage with the airline's app, order the drinks and food to your seat, and then just, either pay for that product within the app, digitally with your Visa credential, or contactlessly, with the cabin crew that are providing you those services. So, innovation happens slowly, but it's how innovation gets integrated into the whole experience, and then it changes behaviour. I was looking at my experience as I flew over here, and the fact that you haven't got the cart with the drinks and the food, that's people are having to navigate that, and I feel sorry for the cabin crew that they're pulling it to one side as people want to go to the restroom. But they have a quick service with the water and the snack, and then everything else you order to your seat. And I looked at that experience and thought that's a win-win. It's a win-win for the consumer, the passenger as they're sat there in their seat, and it's a win for the aircraft because they're able to create less friction, just simply the ability to walk up the aisle without having to dodge coffee, drinks, etc. So, small innovative steps, but really starts to transform the experience.
Absolutely, and it's exciting to see more and more of these emerge. Are there any that you're particularly excited about?
I'm I part of coming to these sorts of events as well is to learn and just see, what else is going on in the airline industry. Because we sit down with our airline partners, a lot of the conversation is around payment, process, customer experience. When you come to events like this, you start to see how different providers, different partners with the airline space are looking to make improvements and innovate. So whether it be like the boarding process, we've seen robots here that can do that facial recognition, direct you to the gate. It's those elements that I look at and think, okay, so where can Visa also create a frictionless experience within those environments? Not just in the purchasing of the ticket, not just in the purchasing of the coffee and the bacon rolls or whatever it may be on the flight, but also what can we do around the the connected trip? So at the start of the customer's journey, all the way to the end of the customer's journey. And I think for me, that's what's exciting about this industry. It's not just limited to one interaction. It's limited to lots and lots of different touch points.
Taking that long view of the journey.
Absolutely.
Just when they're in your direct.
Yeah, whether it be FX services, whether it just be notification of the FX rates. We do all of that within our APIs, so customers can kind of buy with confidence. They understand what the charges are going to be on their card, that transparency, all the way through to bringing different partners into that connected trip, local restaurateurs, small businesses that we're trying to, help customers be aware of, like, yes, you've got all of these other restaurant chains, but this is a new startup. Do you want to go and support a new startup? And similar to sustainability, some customers want to support local businesses. That's one of their drivers. So just being made aware that actually, it's only 1 mile away, or it's an Uber trip away, go and experience it. And trying to bring that kind of community together.
Yeah, and like you said, that's a nice way to push for that personalised experience and start gathering the data as well, I imagine.
Absolutely. Personalisation is at the heart of, innovation, but also just the way that Visa does business. And, whether you're an airline, whether you're a big retail partner, whether you're a consumer, personalisation is at the heart of a lot of the conversations that we're having at the moment. And one of the things at Visa is we see all of that transactional data across our network, and we can use that to make informed decisions and help our customers and our partners personalise their experiences to the customers that are holding a Visa payment credential. And so it's bringing the power of the data together to drive that personalisation. Not necessarily differentiation, but personalisation. It's creating that special bond between a Visa card holder or a Visa credential holder and the airline and the restaurant and the hotel and the car hire. It's just making it a little bit more personalised.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
That's been a pleasure.